Hey guys, it's me Noah back doing another deck profile for Team 1 Inch. I wanted to say thank you for all of the latest views and subscribers. This time I wanted to do something more casual. This is just a deck that I kind of made for fun a couple of weeks ago. I'm really enjoying it though. Just the way it makes plays, the fact that it's kind of chaosy. But as everybody knows, some of my favorite stuff actually comes out of the Destiny Hero and Gladiator Beast archetypes. So I combined that with Lightsworns, and it's actually a really interesting deck. The way the deck plays essentially is you get Raiden or you get Diamond Dude, and you just find ways to abuse the field. And Diamond Dude also has the effect where you take a look at the top card, and if it's a normal spell card, it goes to the graveyard. And if it's not, it goes to the bottom of the deck. So it really helps filter the deck. And with cards like Dasher and Magical Stone, you essentially always are set up to make a really big play. But without further ado, I'm going to go straight into it. Hope you enjoy. We play 3 of the best Lightsworn to come out so far for the deck. I say so far because I feel like sometime in the near future they may release support for it again. But Lightsworn Raiden, we all know what it does. Using his effect, you can mill 2. He gains 200 for each Lightsworn. He mills 2 on end phase. He's also a tuner. Really important. He's the first light half of the deck that you always want to see. And then we have his dark counterpart, Triple Diamond Dude. Diamond Dude, like I just talked about earlier, really good card. Helps Raiden set up a lot of plays. You essentially want to see these 2 cards right away. That's why you play a lot of search engine cards. But that's it for your basics. I'm going to go into kind of the Destiny Hero stuff. Not really, but this is important. Play 3 Dasher, not 3 Malicious. I was thinking about playing 3 Malicious, but there's no fun in that. Dasher also gives a lot of synergy. And just like, I feel like a lot of times in this deck, like, you can draw dead with a wolf. Or like, you can want to special summon so bad in like normal summon later, and it can give you the edge that you need. You just don't have that option. But with Dasher, it does give you that option, and also you can still sack 1 for 31, and he switches himself to defense after. And that's really good. 1 Bubble Man, just because you play Diamond Dude Turbo / Lightsworns, you don't really need a hand. You can special summon it if you top deck it. Nice. Phantom of Chaos, abuse JD, abuse Light Ray Diablos. Essentially help you fuel your graveyard and control all of your plays. And last but not least, Prime Materia Dragon. I'm going to explain this at the end when I'm done explaining monsters. For the Lightsworn stuff, we have everybody's favorite. 3 Lumina, ditch 1, special summon Lightsworn. Lots of Yugioh here. We essentially get to control how we make plays. You can also do a lot of Phantom of Chaos, mess around with this. You can essentially abuse Lumina and sync in this deck almost anytime you want. That's really important. Then we have 2 Celestia. 2 Celestia because the sack factor in this deck is absolutely ridiculous. And you want to go through this deck as quickly as possible just so like you have all of your play options. 1 Minerva. Minerva's a tuner as well. Really important. And also when she gets milled, you mill an extra card. And then when you normal summon it, you can search for a dragon based off of the numbers of Lightsworns in your graveyard. And that's also something I'm going to talk about towards the end. 1 Gareth for another name. 1 Jane for another name. 1 Aaron because Aaron is actually decent. Lila, MST. 1 Wolf. 1 Wolf because I wasn't really feeling 2 and I would have kicked Minerva for 2. But Wolf was actually doing really well at the time. Just a simple fact that like if you top deck him late game or like you need to get to him, a lot of times like Diamond Dude will help you get to that point. Or you special summon him based off of based off of Raiden's effect, or you mill him like using a card effect. and you special summon him, and you have another tuner out, you essentially have control over whatever you want to do. And that's really, really important in a really fun deck like this. But for these two, a lot of times I wasn't getting the ability to search for JD. I was just like, I need to normal summon this sometimes, and it's always really fun to do. So instead, I added Prime Material back to the deck, took him from DDT, just because of the simple fact that like you can sit here on him, and when they target one card, you can discard one, so you have less of a hand, so you have more options to make in your grave. We didn't play Necrogardenus in this because we're not pussies. But for the last of the monsters, we play 2 JD, Search, Blowfield, Win Game, Yugioh. You can abuse that with Phantom of Chaos, which is why it's at 2. I wasn't feeling 3, but I was feeling a Light Ray Diablos. Just because of the simple fact that like I felt like this card was a lot better in like certain situations. And also with Shadow still running around, I felt like this was a lot more essential. But that's it for monsters. There's a shit ton of them. That's how you play Yu-Gi-Oh though. And here we go on to the spells. We play 2 Rhoda. This should be 3. Guys, I'm lazy. I can't find my 3rd. Get over yourself. Rebuild the deck. This is just casually. And we play 1 charge of the Light Brigade. Search Lightsworns, mill stuff, get control over the grave, play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's it for your search stuff. We play triple solar recharge. You can get this off of Diamond Dude. You don't have to pay the cost. Really, really funny. And you also get to draw 2 and you mill 2, so that's really, really good. We play my favorite, Aster Phoenix, Destiny draws. Discard a Destiny Hero, draw 2. Who doesn't like pluses? If you don't, then you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. We play 2 Magical Stone. I was either going to play this or Monster Reincarnation. I like Magical Stone just because of the simple fact, like, it was just like, oh, okay, I don't really like my hand. I draw this, or I get it off with Diamond Dude. I get back Rhoda, and I can either abuse Diamond Dude or I can abuse Raiden to put me back in the game. 1 Dark Hole because I don't have Raigeki yet because I'm lazy. 1 Day of Peace because everybody needs a turn, and this doesn't make me a pussy because I get pluses. And last but not least, Feather of the Phoenix. Discard a card to put 1 card on the top of the deck. Stack the deck with the Lightsworns. Essentially give you control of how your opponent plays their next turn, even though it's not their turn. And that's how you play Yu-Gi-Oh. We got 1 Michael the Arc Lightsworn for the extra deck, because, you know, Yugis. Put back Lightsworns, gain life points. Who doesn't like free stuff? Maybe it's just me. That would be because of my skin. But for the level 6, you've got Orient Dragon, love you, you sexy monster. Stop synchro summons. Why not? 1 Beals, 1 Scrap Dragon, pop stuff, play stuff, Yu-Gi-Ohs, Stardust Dragon. I didn't really feel like Stardust or Spark Dragon was a better choice in this deck, just because of the simple fact a lot of time, like, you either have a really big board or you don't have a board at all. So I felt like Stardust was more optimal because you negate and he'd come back, and it wasn't just like, oh, I only protected 1 card, I'm now at a disadvantage. 1 Thought Ruler, love you. Colossal Fighter. You know, I really like Colossal Fighter just because of the fact that it's just like, okay, you beat over it. I'm going to re-special summon him. You don't have DD Crow? Well, game 1's going to go to me this time. Crimson Blader. You see, like, a lot of cards in, like, the extra deck, like, they're just designed so your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's how people need to play the game. That's why JD was created. You blow their field. They reset. They can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! You win. It's easy. Leo, can't target him. More of the Yu-Gi-Ohs. one Diamond Direwolf. You've got a lot of Beast, and Diamond Direwolf can target himself. Pop like Vanity's Emptiness, which is weird because this deck actually just like completely outplays Vanity's Emptiness. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna try and do something, and if you attempt to stop me, I'm just gonna slowly beat you over. I'm sorry. We've got one number 80 Rhapsody in Berserk. Rhapsody in Berserk, really good card. You can banish 2 cards in your opponent's graveyards, and a lot of times in this deck you can synchro a lot or you can Xyz a lot, and you can equip Rhapsody in Berserk to one of the Xyz and make them super OP. Black Ship of Corn, send cards to graveyard, deal life points, Yu-Gi-Oh! There is literally no other way to play this game because Final Countdown is at 1. If you know another way, then clearly you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You might be playing Vanguard or something. And even so, you still need to deal 6 damage. I don't care if Glendios is out. And Maestro, classic, book shit, flip shit, play Yugis. Minum, Plusle, more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously. If I could give MVP to one card in this deck, I can't, because the Wonder Twins actually, like, they make such a great combination together. They work so well. The fact that you can essentially go Diamond Dude effect. Okay, I mill a normal spell, then go Riding, you're more likely to mill Lightsworns, and then you can sync up for anything in your extra deck. And this happens a lot more often than you would expect. Or you can even miss with Diamond Dude and like send a wolf to the graveyard and you can still end up milling Minerva. The only bad thing about this is if you mill Phantom of Chaos, and even so, Phantom of Chaos isn't important to the deck. But yes, this was a casual deck profile. Guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been Noah of Team 1 and signing out.